Good morning. Welcome to the G Spot Experience with your girl Germaine for another coffee break. And just to let you know what today's coffee brew is all about, when you feel stuck. So before we get into the message, I just want to see how everybody's doing. You know, um, Thank you. I want to say thank you to start off this coffee break because everybody has been so supportive, joining in the community, chiming in, giving your comments and feedback. And so it's been really good, and I appreciate it. Sometimes when you're stepping out on faith or you're just taking the leap to jump forward, you don't know who may show up. Nobody may show up. And I guess that's one of the fears that people may be concerned with is that no one's going to hear, no one's going to show up. But you know what? I'm thankful that you are showing up. And like I always say, I hope these coffee breaks, I hope some of these brews, these topics resonate with you. What I want you to start doing is share your experiences that you may be experiencing as we go through these different topics. Um, I want to hear your feedback. And to the point, I've been thinking about making Tuesdays that day when we actually do a mixed blend. And the mixed blend will be all about you and how these coffee brews topics resonate with you. And you may even have other topics that we can talk about. Because, like I always say, listen, all I can speak for is myself. That's it. I don't know your story like you know your story, okay? But I do know mine. And so, all right. So people are chiming in. Let's just say good morning. And if you are on, please hit me up in the comments. So I want to say, hey, good morning, Gerard. It's still early out there in LA, but thank you. Thank you. Good to see you on. Jesse, thank you. Always on joining me. Um, and happy Father's Day to all those that are out there. I hope you had a wonderful, blessed weekend. And men are definitely different than women. And I'm gonna say this because I said to my husband, "Hey, babe, what do you want to do? What do you want to do for Father's Day? Whatever you want to do, I'm gonna honor your wishes." And my husband said, "I got some work to do. We got new tenants moving in." And so he said, "I'll probably do a little bit there." He said, "But I don't want to do anything." And I said, "You know what? I respect that. Sometimes men just want a break from everybody and everything." And so, with that being said, I gave my husband his space and he decided he wanted to clean the garage out. It was a plus for me, but he enjoyed it. So, he was happy with how he spent his day. And I gave him the space to do exactly what he wanted to do. So, to all those fathers out there, happy belated Father's Day. And I hope you had a wonderful day. And so let me get back into the message. So today's brew is all about when you feel stuck. So you know how we do. What are you drinking today? I'm drinking my coffee. I've been trying to wean myself off of this stuff, substituting with smoothies since I'm going through my whole workout. And we're going to talk about that a little later, but I definitely am feeling a transformation taking place. So anyway, I got my coffee today. I don't know if you have coffee, tea, juice, smoothies, whatever you're drinking. Hey, we're gonna sip together, okay? But hey, T, Dr. T, good morning. Good to have you back. um, so let's get into it because I'm not going to hold you long today. So you know how we do. We take a pause so we can pour in a purpose. So let's get into this brew all about when you feel stuck. Now, let's think about this for a hot second, right? Think about a time when you felt like, man, I feel like I am stuck in this hallway, trapped between the door that just closed, waiting for the door to open. And I just feel like I'm stuck and I can't move anywhere. So, think about a time when you felt stuck. Hey, it could be present day. It may be at some time in your past. It could have been yesterday. I don't know, but when I was pulling this together, I was thinking about the time when I felt stuck. So let's be real. Feeling stuck can be very frustrating, very frustrating. But what if I told you that feeling stuck doesn't mean you're off track? It could be the very thing that's purpose for you in that time. So, like I always say, all I can do is speak for myself. And so I recall a time between season, this had to be about maybe 8, 10 years ago. Um, I was feeling real stuck. And at the time, me and my husband wasn't married, but we were dating, we were in a relationship. And I had said to him, I said, I am at a place where I feel like it's time. I gotta do something. I gotta shift. I feel like nothing is happening right now. And you really feel stuck. And I just said, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what the next move is. I'm not sure, but I just know that something got to give. And so, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, at that time, being stuck doesn't necessarily mean it's punishment. Being stuck, I was in a place of being still so I could hear what would be my next assignment or my next move. Even though we don't know when it's coming, how it's coming, and you don't know that it may be literally right around the corner from you, um, take a moment and pause in that stillness and be still. Don't get so ahead of yourself, like, I got to make things happen right now because I don't like feeling like this. I don't like being in this space, so you feel like you got to make things happen. That could be the worst thing for you, okay? Because it could put you in a worse position. Sometimes just take a pause and be still, because I'm going to tell you why. So remember, stillness is not punishment, it could be your preparation. So, what if God is trying to say to you? Rest here, refocus here, realign here. But if you are somebody that has to be in control of everything, you could very well miss the very message God is trying to get to you. So, what if God is trying to tell you to just be still, rest? You're in a good space. I need to make sure you're equipped for where you're going. So just be still. I know it's hard because we can't help ourselves. We got to feel like we're in control of something. We got to feel like we're driving something. But I'm going to tell you what came out of that period of stillness when I felt like I was stuck. I got a call. And like I said, you don't know what's right around the corner. You don't know what he's working out behind the scenes for you. You don't know. So I ended up getting a call. And it was a call that allowed me to shift from my geographical area to a whole different state, the state of Georgia. And I was able to work for um, Dr. Cindy Trim at the time. And so that was my shift to Georgia to be able to work with a global ministry that opened and gave me access to things. And not so much just open access to things, it really allowed me to get what I needed, was taking my power back and knowing what that meant by taking my personal power back, by being in that space. Now, like I said, we don't know what God is working out behind the scenes on our behalf. We don't know. Hey, Michelle. Thanks for joining in the conversation. Thanks, Tenaria. Check out Psalms 46 and 10. Actually, you know what? Let me pull that up right now so I can read it. But as I'm pulling that up, we don't know what God is doing behind the scenes and how he is purposing our next position and where he needs us to be. It ain't always about what we think, even though we think we know, right? But So thanks, Tenaria, for Psalms 46 and 10. Let me just read this real quick. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Amen. Because that's exactly, it's like open door opportunity. He just opened up the next space for me. So I'm thinking I'm in a season of just being stuck, not knowing how to move, didn't feel like anything was transpiring or happening. But he in the background working it all out, setting it all up, connecting me with people that I never thought I would ever be in rooms with, and but that's what he was doing on my behalf. So all he required of me was to be still, to rest here, refocus, and realign while he was setting the table for me. He was setting the path for me to just literally go. And when I tell you, I am such a believer that when God say move, just move. Because you know what? I don't be worrying about the finances. I don't be worrying about any of that. He makes all the preparations for me. That's the level of faith that I have been able to get to because it always happens. Jermaine, just show up. All I need you to do is show up because I got you. And so here we are. So, so now all I could do is give my own personal story. Now, I want you to really think about yours. If you are in a season of feeling like you're stuck, or if you've been in a season and you felt like you were stuck, think about how things transpired and how you came through that season, right? So, right now, I don't feel stuck. I am clear, I am on my assignment, and it is abundantly um just overwhelmingly blessings that God is just pouring out connectivity, um, open door opportunities, and but I have learned the power of being still. That is one of the things he gave me a few years ago in my three-part mantra. Be still, be watchful, and do not insert yourself. He is not requiring me to insert myself in places that he is not equipping me for. So that is the mantra he gave me. So I am learning every day how to master being still and knowing. Let me tell you this, being still, like I said, is not punishment, it's preparation for you. So, so if you're feeling stuck, and it may actually be, keep this in mind, being stuck could actually be a sacred space for you. Sometimes you need to just stop, reset, just gather yourself, take a pause in a moment. Sometimes you need that. And so, yes, indeed, and staying in our lane. Staying, I agree, Tenaria. So, let me say this, it's in the pause where clarity comes, character is built, and purpose gets refined in the pause. So sometimes people think, and what, I'm gonna be honest, my husband is one that thinks I can't be still. I just feel like I gotta be doing something. It's like you are. Sometimes you must just be still so you can get what you need to get the clarity of knowing where your next step is. And trust me, you are doing something. So he's working on getting past the fact that if you're not busy, then you're lazy. And it's like, no, it's balance. You got to get balance, but sometimes you got to hear so you know where you're going, what the next space is. Otherwise, you will be like a hamster on a hamster wheel, just running around in circles, looking busy, but not productive busy. Okay. But anyway, we're bringing this coffee brew, this coffee break to an end. So, this coffee break is just your reminder that movement isn't always visible. Sometimes the most important work is happening underground in your spirit, your mindset, and your healing. So, don't despise a still place. Don't panic in the pause. You're not stuck. You're being strategically stationed. Keep that in mind. Hey, Tanisha, thank you for joining in. And you're right, absolutely. Listen, Do not despise, I just want to say this again. Do not despise the still place. Don't panic in the pause. You're not stuck. You're being strategically stationed. Okay, I want you to keep that in mind. While you sip slow, breathe deep, and trust that even the pause has purpose. So I hope that you found some value in this, because when I tell you this was so befitting for a time just like this, it's such a reminder for me that stillness is preparation. God is working behind the scenes on our behalf to make sure that He is, well, He's doing what He needs to do to prepare our next step, right? Not us trying to drive the vehicle, put Him in the trunk while we try to do it all in our own power and will. And then it's like, God, help me, help me. Let God do what He does best behind the scenes. And when He say take a pause and you feel like everything, nothing's happening, please take a moment and just breathe and trust the process. Okay? So, with that, thank you all for chiming in. Y'all know how much I appreciate and love y'all. And remember, if you have not gone and joined my YouTube channel, this is streaming live on YouTube as well. It's in the link. I mean, the link is in the description, because we are growing. We're at 8,500 and I am trying to get to 10,000 by August. So share the information, and I hope it's really bringing value to you all, or maybe somebody you know may need to hear this message for the day. All right. I'll be back tomorrow. Looking forward to connecting again. Have a wonderful day. Be safe. Please be safe out there. Okay. And if there's any topics that you want to talk about, I really want you to share how some of these may relate to you, some of your testimony, some of your stories. I want you to share them so we can bring it to Mixed Blend Tuesdays. Now, send them to me. You can send them through my email at, you know what, I should always have that up in my look in the description, because the website is up there. You can contact me through the website. I would love, love, love to get your feedback on any of these coffee breaks that resonate with you, so we can bring you in and maybe we'll have a group discussion on some of these topics in studio. But anyway, we're building, we're growing, things are happening, things are coming, new things are coming in. So just stay connected and you'll be in the know. So I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Be blessed and be safe. Thank you guys.